Good morning from the Grampians National Park, or Garywood, here in country Victoria. I'm out and back home on the gravel bike today, exploring some paths I've never ridden before, found on Strava. Although it's complicated, and I'll get into that in just a few moments. Today's video topic is on some of the new changes on Strava we saw this week. One rolled out a week ago, one rolled out just a few days ago. Some significant changes, some would say. Some changes that should have been made many moons ago. And some changes that people would say, what the hell is Strava doing getting into video? All coming up in today's video as I ride up this hill. It's about 5 degrees, a little bit chilly, but we'll get through it. So, last week Strava held their, was it their offsite or a media event over in California? And in that, one of the first announcements was that they're now doing categorization of gravel rides, woohoo, mountain bike rides, and e-mountain bike rides. There's also trail running. I think that was the showcase for the runners out there. But for me, and probably most people watching, it's all about the bikes. So what that means is, previously, a ride was just a ride. There was virtual rides or indoor rides. There were e-bike rides, but there wasn't the granularity of gravel, mountain bike, or e-mountain bike. And there is now, which is great. Now it's a little tricky because you can't set that on the web. You can only set that on Strava mobile at the moment. So as we've seen in the past, Strava will roll out a new feature and it will only be on the mobile first. We've seen that with stat maps. You can only set some of those on the mobile app. Now, if you have a head unit, GPS, on the front of your bike that sets the correct sub-sport category in the fit file, yes, we will get a bit nerdy, then you won't need to do anything at all, as long as you have the correct profile set. So on Garmin Edge units, I'll pull up on the screen here, you can see the category of this ride is cycling, and the sub-sport is gravel cycling. So when this uploads to Strava, it will be correctly tagged as a gravel ride. And I'll give that a pass. This is pretty gravelly, although it's very, very sandy as well. Now, in extension to that, what that means is when people upload gravel rides, that goes into the giant pool of billions of other rides that are correctly categorized. And when you're looking for rides to go on, and subcategory rides such as gravel, mountain bike, or e-mountain bike, Strava will then suggest, oh wow, this is beautiful. Strava will suggest to you rides that other people have done and what's popular. So not only using the surface type, not only using what's popular on that surface type, but what people have actually categorized as the ride that you're going to be going on, which is pretty cool. And would have come in a lot handier today, given that I mapped out a course that was marked not for bikes. The surface type was good, but it was not for bikes, so I couldn't ride it, hence me having to ride out the road. So gravel bike, mountain bike, e-mountain bike, now up on Strava, correctly categorized, and if you have a compatible head unit, away you go. I have tested the Garmin Edge units, as I've said, and put up on the screen before. They work just fine. Wahoo Element units don't set the sub-sport, or they set it to generic, I think. Let's pull that up on screen here. And the Hammerhead Karoo and Karoo 2 also don't set a subcategory. Not yet, anyway. Maybe something we can put the pressure on those companies to correctly categorize their activities on the bike, so third-party services like Strava, and even their own, can give us better information, or better intelligence, I call it, in the future. So when you're looking for rides to go on, you'll get sent down some quality roads. Next up, video on Strava. Now I was wondering how I was going to be creative and show video on Strava Couldn't do it, couldn't come up with anything creative whatsoever to show people what video on Strava is all about. So you just have to bear with me babbling through my thoughts on this as I continue up this clay hill now. Long time coming. A lot of people are saying, why does Strava need video? Look, Strava is a social media site. Social media, yes. So the temperature and wildlife are getting to me. It's a social site. Like Instagram, Twitter. The hell is back there? I think it's pumas. So it's just a natural progression for Strava to have video. Uploading again is only via mobile at this point. Viewing is via mobile and web. This is for all users, subscribers, and free users of Strava. So that's cool. It will autoplay in your feed. If you have autoplay set, you can switch that off. It will autoplay muted though. So if you're on the train or somewhere in public, remember trains? They were a thing before COVID. You won't be blasting people with whatever gets played. Now my use of this, well, I'm still a little jet lagged. So when the news dropped, 3:30 a.m. I think it was, I had to test it out and managed to rickroll everybody on my feed who played that video. Sorry, not sorry for that. But I was also checking to see if Strava had any copyright checks on their audio, which is something that I'm sure they'll have to deal with in the near future. How will people use this and use the video feature? I don't know. I suspect it'll be used for maybe a few weeks as people tinker around with it, but creating a video is a lot more work than creating a snapshot and putting up. So I think people will still go to photos and videos will be used sparingly by people. Will we see advertisements on those videos? That's a good question. I joked on the Trainer Road forum that I'll be selling some video space to the highest bidder. That was a joke. I won't be putting advertisements on my Strava feed, but that's absolutely what can be used. Back to the audio and the copyright side of things though. So yeah, Strava will have to deal with that, or else the big players in the music industry will definitely come down hard. We saw that with Peloton. Bit of a different scenario, but something that we'll have to address. If I uploaded 30 seconds of Rick Astley on YouTube, the copyright bots would be on me very, very quickly. What else to say about that? It's 30-second clips. It will grab the first 30 seconds of whatever you upload. Format, I'm not sure. Probably any video format that your phone will take, or GoPro, or Insta360, whatever. So first 30 seconds it will grab. They say unlimited 30-second clips. I'd suggest not uploading unlimited clips to your rides or runs, but it should be interesting. It'll give more context to people's rides and runs and activities than just a still photo. But look at the ratio of how many Instagram users are out there versus YouTubers to make the comparison between still photos and people working on videos. I think that's probably the ratio we're going to see on Strava. You want to get your ride done, get your workout done, throw up a few snaps and get on about your day. Putting a video, bit of a pain in the ass to tinker around with and get right. Holy hell, this is getting a bit serious. This wasn't on the cards. Alrighty, so there we are. Strava's new features: gravel, mountain bike, e-mountain bike tagging, also searching for routes, and video. And I'm out of gears. With that, I'll leave you to it. Let me know your thoughts on video. Worth it? Spammy? Waste of time? What else should Strava be working on? I think it's neat, but I also think it's probably about 4 years too late. I want new, I want innovative. I mean, marking a gravel ride, we've been doing that for years. Welcome to the party, Strava. And with that, as I grind my way up this in the 42.53 or 52 on the back. I shall bid you farewell and wish you a nice weekend. We'll see you soon, guys. Oh God, the downhill's going to be much better.